All right, let's get the shit on the bloody road. We're gonna walk all the way up to 2100. All right, I don't care how long it takes me. I don't care if it takes me 1 day, 1 month, or 1 year. We're gonna get there. 2100 isn't that far, and we've been there before. It's not even Mount Everest. It's like the hill on the looking side of the road. So we're just trying to get back up on our 2 feet here. It's not complicated, is it? So now let's remember the key principles of what it takes to be a top level player. It takes in 3+2 format, which we're playing right now. It takes speed. Number one. 3+2 is a deceptive format because it looks like you have so much time, but in reality, it's not that much. The increment is deceptive. The increment makes you think that you have a lot more time than you actually do, and this often leads to problems down the road. From what I've observed playing many games, especially the games which I've played in person over the board, people make the most blunders in the 3+2 format. If you compare between 3+2 and 5 and 0, 3+2 has more blunder-driven results in my view. Now look here in this particular opening. It's a closed position. It's very, very, how do you say? It's going to be a long game. It's going to be a long game. So you want to make sure you keep that speed edge going. You don't want to dilute your speed edge in a long game. You want to build on it. Slowly gain a 30-second advantage, then push it to a 1-minute advantage, something like that. But mainly you got to try to keep at the 30-second mark. That keeps this pressure going on in your opponent's mind. You don't have to play particularly amazing chess. I mean, you have to be of the caliber naturally. This is not a way to. You have to have a certain level of chess. So you have to improve your game first and foremost, obviously. But when you want to maximize your results in 3+2 with the talent that you have, time management becomes very important. And that's what we're basically talking about here. Now we're going to try to put pressure on a soft spot here. It's a critical moment. I might have blundered actually. Fuck. Yeah. Important to react appropriately when you're blundering. We might just be double blundering here. It's also possible, but okay. We've got this move. We have a check. I think the check and rook here should manage it. So we're trying to make sure you keep that 30-second advantage on the clock. It's going to come in important, but this is also an important tactical position. So you have to take your time when the tactical situation arises. You can't burn your time, but you also have to play precise enough. So you have to take it easy on the easy moves, but make sure you play fast when it counts. I'm wondering if I'm losing the spawn here. I might be. I might get this back. So it's a pretty even game all in all. Pretty even game all in all, I would say. A lot of things going on. I like White's position, to be honest, largely because of this knight, which is now going to have a lot of pretty good squares to be on, and a bishop that's also on a very powerful diagonal, and a chance to jump in with a fork right away. Let's forget about this pawn even, you know. Let's just hone in on the weaknesses here. Jump in right there. Smack. Need to smack it down now here. Okay. He's still got this, but we just sealed the deal with this one, and it's still just annoyingly holding on to that pawn. Wow, I did not expect this. What is this move? Anybody else understand? Is he trying to get his knight in the game? Like, somehow doesn't feel right. I think we got to go hyper aggressive on him now, possibly. That is definitely a little bit too spicy for the position here, in my opinion. We come in with the rook, but we have to be careful. We have to be careful now. Tactical. It's a tactical position. We've still got that 30-second edge, and it has worked pressure on him. I think it has somehow pressured him into making those desperate feeling moves. He's feeling behind. He's feeling the heat, you see? That's what we're doing. It's a psychological game. Okay. Critical moment here. Basically gotta just deliver a check. And then what? Do we have a follow-up of any merit? Could capture this. Capturing is okay, but it's nothing special. Let's just hold it. If he checks us, we still got just king up simply. King up simply is pretty good. Attacks the knight. And now do we have a better check? No. Let's just take this. Just keeping it simple. Nothing special needed. Okay, the final ditch efforts here now underway. We have to be clinical in these final ditch efforts. The last ditch check, we gotta deliver a check. Delivering a check is always the safer option when in doubt. So in a blitz game, you definitely want to try to do that. And now it's an elegant way to finish this. Let's see, let's just take this off and now mate him. All right, good game, good game. Let's have a quick review. I hope this was instructive in terms of what it takes to be a top level player. Yeah, you see, he got shell shocked. You see, it was such a low percentage, and it's largely due to the speed with which we bungled him. Right? That's a big factor. And I'm not saying that I was playing in some super manically fast way, but I just made sure I kept that intensity going on the clock and had a pleasant position. Definitely had a pleasant position, actually. He got very hyper tactical here, and it was very tricky game. That was premature. He needed to have first moved his bishop there before he did that. So we handled it the correct way, and it was tricky, definitely tactically tricky, and he basically got a weaker position. Ultimately, that's the bottom line here. And then we were able to come in with a nice crackaroo here. He got desperate. Desperation always, has good smell. But in order to finish it off, you've always got to put the finishing touch. And here, we made that blunder. We gave him that one shot. We said, even if he does it, we'll just come here. But clearly, I've missed something. I've missed something here. And this is what will make your life as a chess player infinitely frustrating, because everything can be going so well, and then you bungle it up. So what should black do here? You got to think like that. What should black do here? Oh, is it this? And then capture here? Simply that? No. It was queen here. Hide idea, winning tempo. And then deliver a check. And then I don't understand what's going on here. So queen e2 should be, I think they've made a glitch in their thing. Okay, queen e2, rook c1, and then rook c6. Takes, and then you deliver infinite checks, is it? Something like that. And then you deliver infinite checks. So that was the idea that black could have had to draw the game here. Very difficult one to spot, obviously, but interesting nonetheless. So he came in with the check. It was the wrong idea. You should have come in with the queen first, gotten this rook off the board here, and basically then come in with the knight to deliver infinite checks. That was a fundamental idea. But at this point now it was totally lost, and we just had to play the finishing touches here, and I think we pretty much did that. All right, thank you for watching.